It's the 12th of July, 2012. This is Capital FM Online TV News. In the headlines, KRA says it has foiled attempts to smuggle explosives material into Kenya. Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission responsible for clearing candidates on integrity. Powers to vet magistrates to be returned to the Judges and Magistrates Board. And Kabuga lookalike placed under armed police protection. Good evening, I'm Charles Gishane. The Kenya Revenue Authority says it has foiled a bid to smuggle into the country dangerous ingredients that could be used to make explosives. KRA Head of Marketing and Communication, Kennedy Onyonyi, says officers at the Namanga border on Tuesday confiscated 20 bags containing sodium benzoate and another 20 with potassium nitrate crystalline when they raided a go-down. Potassium nitrate is used in the manufacture of fireworks, matches, gunpowder, and agricultural fertilizer, among others, while a little powder of sodium benzoate can form explosive mixture with the air. As KRA made the revelations, President Mwai Kibaki was chairing a meeting of the Cabinet Security Committee at his Harambee House office. A statement from the Presidential Press Service says the meeting discussed security issues within and outside the country, which included foreign relations. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission now says that the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission will be responsible for clearing candidates ahead of the election. IEBC Chairman Isaac Hassan says the proposed bill on integrity gives powers to the EACC to block a candidate on ethical grounds. Justice Minister Eugene Wamalwa, who had said yesterday that Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto are free to contest the presidency, maintains that it is his individual position that the two should run. The Judges and Magistrates Vetting Board and the Judiciary have agreed that powers to vet magistrates should be returned to the board. Vetting Board Chairman Sharad Rao says Chief Justice Willie Mutunga convened a meeting with various stakeholders last week, which agreed to recommend fresh amendments to the Vetting of Judges and Magistrates Act. Recent amendments to the Act transferred powers of vetting magistrates from the board to the JSC, inviting protests from the Law Society of Kenya and other bodies.
The Honorable the Chief Justice called a meeting involving the principal stakeholders, and they, including the Chief Justice, as head of the Judicial Service Commission, were unanimously of the view that the vetting of magistrates revert to the vetting board.
And finally, a man who claims that his photo was used by NTV and the Daily Nation, depicting him as Rwandan fugitive Felician Kabuga, has been placed under police protection after he expressed fears for his life. Daniel Modhe Gera, an Isiolo businessman, says he does not know when the photograph was taken as he went about his business in his timber shop in Isiolo. Gera addressed a press conference at police headquarters accompanied by his family. He showed a photograph similar to the one used in the investigative story and said he was given the blue t-shirt bearing the government coat of arms during the World Water Day sometime in March this year. He says he learned that his photograph had been shown on television from friends and relatives who telephoned him to inquire, causing his wife to collapse. Police spokesman Eric Kiraide, who accompanied him at the press conference, described the expose aired exclusively on NTV and published in The Nation as pure drama.
When it was here and I'm told on Sunday at around 9:30, I never got the information until the following day, that is on Monday. And so when we at my house, because of me and my wife, and when the news were given and we saw my pictures there, actually she collapsed. I also, because I could not imagine, she could not imagine being a wife of a Kabuga. And you know, if you have learned this about Kabuga, you know what you would feel, right? So actually, we never slept that night.
And that does it for our top stories of the day. Thank you for joining us. I'm Charles Gishane.